So we're excited for this upcoming week. Just want to get you some information about this series. This series will look fundamentally different than what we've done in the last probably 4 months. So some changes in this series. First of all, our series is Galatians. We are going to take a look at our lives as a living epistle to our friends. And so what we do, what we say, how we live is the gospel represented to our friends. And so we're just going to walk through the book of Galatians and learn what we should be saying and how our lives should be reflecting that God is on the throne and that Jesus came and there's salvation and grace ready for those around us. Now here's the thing. We are going to combine services for the next 4 weeks. So junior high, senior high are going to be together for the next 4 weeks. One, this is going to give us the ability to kind of refocus a little bit and kind of help students grow in their walk, and also to regain some control. We've lost a little bit of control and we need to make sure that we regain that. And so this is going to be our step towards that. We are going to do worship and the word in the service time, and then we are going to go outside and do a game, or we're going to do a game inside. And so I'm going to be talking to Russ Flood about that and just kind of what those are going to look like, and so we're excited for it, but we also know that it's going to be a little bit different. The other thing is during the service times over the next 4 weeks, we need everybody in the service. So every single leader, we need you in the service for that night, all right? The one person, 2 people that don't is Miss Michelle and Miss Alicia. They're at the sign-in table, so we need them to do that. But once they're done, they're going to come in. Everybody else, we need you to be in the service. Here's the other thing. Inside the service, you are going to have a seat. So you are going to have a seat that has your name on it. And I want you to find that maybe when you first get here, walk through the Student Center, find your name, and then sit right there. Part of it, we want to work on making sure that we're sitting throughout everywhere, not just 2 or 3 leaders in one area, but that we're all sitting throughout. And so as we get into that, our games are going to be like dodgeball. We've got some relay races. Kickball is one that's come up, so we're looking at doing that. And so I do believe it's going to be fun. We're going to go outside if the weather permits. We know that in this springtime it can rain quick, and so if that's the case, we will stay inside and we will have a specific game inside. All right? The games we are going to do in different groups. So we're going to have high schoolers doing a game and middle schoolers. So 6.8 will be doing a game and 9.12 will be doing a game. All right? We're going to start sending, I'm going to send you in this email, attached to it, is a list of our series from start to finish. Everything we're going to be doing every single week, and so I'm going to send that to you every single week during this series. And in that, we're going to be asking that some of you, we're going to ask that you get on stage. Now, I'm not going to make everybody. We're going to talk to you, and so, but we are going to ask you to maybe welcome people and say, hey, we're glad you're here. And I might have you do that with me the first couple times. We're going to have students start to take the offering, and just because we want them to begin to learn and take steps of faith in that area. And so just as we go through that, just make sure that you're seeing that and that you're making yourself aware of what's going on. The other thing is if you're a 6.8 security guard, so if you're Sean Nunn, Mike Young, or Aaron Camden, we're going to ask you not to be down by the bathrooms. The church has a security officer, usually it's AW, that stays down there. We partner with him, but I don't want you to be down there. I want you to be where the students are. And if we have to make some changes, then we need to figure out that, and I need to talk to you guys, and you guys need to talk to me. But we need to put our 6.8, you need to be with 6.8 as they travel. So for the next 4 weeks, since service is together, 6.8 security officer and 9.12 security officer are going to be in the sanctuary during the service. We're not going to be outside of the service. When we're out playing, 9.12 security officer for the night, you're going to be with the 9.12 students. 6.8 security officer, you're going to be with the 6.8 students. All right. Some of the reason where we're losing a little bit of control is the students aren't seeing the security because they're usually down in front of the bathrooms. And that's okay, but we're just going to make a tweak with that change. The rest, we used to have like people that would be on stage and people that would be usher, and that we're just going to have one group of people. So if you're not, so like for 6.8, Lori Phillips, Paxton Lotes, Julie Nunn, Mona Johnson, and Russ Flood, we're going to have you sitting with the students. You guys are doing that. We might pull one of you out a week to get up on stage and talk, but all of you are going to sit. All of you are kind of making sure the service goes good. For 9.12, it's Kim Ringler, Earl Elliott, Tina Elliott, Shelly Wassel. And you guys are making sure during the service that you guys are sitting with people. Security for 9.12 is Grant Wassel and Randy Loads. And so what we're going to start doing is assigning one person a night. And if you're not on, our goal is that you're loving on kids, talking to them, walking through the crowd, making sure that you're with the crowd, not just sitting on the sidelines, but actually engaging them, talking to them, walking through, doing that. We know we have Miss Tammy and Miss Debbie Joe in the Snack Shack. This week they're going to be in the Snack Shack, and then during service they're going to shut the Shack down completely, and then they're going to come in and sit in the service. I know Miss Tammy might have to step out from time to time, and that's okay, but we want to be in service. Please kind of help us with that. Alicia Kirsten and Michelle Young are doing sign-in, so they're helping us with that. And then we have some extra security from time to time. And here's the thing that we're going to be doing. Right now, I agree with you. We're running on bare minimum leaders. So, I mean, we pretty much just have enough leaders to get the job done right now. And so my job is recruiting leaders over the next 4 or 5 weeks, helping to get new leaders in. I'm also going to encourage you. You know people here at the church. You know people here at the church that are close to you, that aren't serving. I want to encourage you to invite them to come try out youth. Talk to me, to communicate with me, and we're going to try to work some people in, and we're going to start trying to help people get connected in youth, all right? So this week, the setup is pretty much, we're going to come in 7 o'clock. At 6:55, the countdown is going to begin. At 7 o'clock, we're going to start our service. We're going to go straight into worship. There'll be a welcome, but then straight into worship. And then right out of worship, we're going to make a transition to the Word. And then right after the message, we're going to have some prayer time. So for the next 4 weeks, we will have a guaranteed set of prayer time at the end where we're going to have them. This is a great opportunity for you to connect with them, talk with them, encourage them, just move around. Let them kind of pray if they need to, but then don't feel like you can't just walk up and put your hand on somebody's shoulder and begin praying for them. And then we're going to, as soon as we're done with that, we're going to go out this first week, weather permitting. We're going to be doing dodgeball outside. And so we're going to have some pits. And so the way that we're going to do that, we want to make sure that you're aware of it, is this. We're going to go out. So here's the building. We're going to go out, down. Here's the bridge. And we're going to go over here. All right, so we're going to go down over here. There's going to be a square that is built. There's 2 of them. All right. This is the far one is going to be senior high. Closer one is junior high. So we're going to send them to the right one. We're going to have our bullhorn out to try to help control and talk to them. I need all my senior high leaders over here and all my junior high leaders over here. And I need you guys to help. We'll have one leader that runs the game, but I need the rest of you to kind of make sure students are there, kind of getting engaged, cheering on, having fun, and that's our goal. We will dismiss from here around 8:10, all right? this week, the reason we're going to be doing that is at 8:15, just so you're aware of it, at 8:15, I'm going to be meeting with all bus students. So if they ride the bus here at the church, I'm going to be meeting with them in the student center in the service part. And so we're going to leave the chairs up after service. They're going to come in, they're going to sit, and we're going to talk to them. We're going to be very honest with them that if they start, we want them to know that there are rules. And so we're going to be enforcing the rules a little bit stricter over the next couple weeks to help regain control. All right? And so, again, I'm going to need your help with that. If you hear somebody talking during service, please don't give them 4 warnings. Give them maybe 1 warning, and if they continue to talk, pull them out. We will suspend them for 2 weeks. If I go down to 1 kid, I'm okay. That means our leadership is more than enough. But we need to, it's not, our goal is to have students here so that their lives can be changed by the gospel and that they can take their next step towards Christ together. Here's the thing. Once you get momentum, it's no longer good if the momentum is taking you somewhere that you don't want to go. And currently, with some of our students, we have a couple bad apples, and what's happening is they're pushing the momentum where we're not wanting to go. And so what we have to do is we have to say, here's where we're going. Either you get on board or you don't, but we're going to have you take a couple weeks off to think about it if you break the rules. All right? We have to be strong on the rules. I know it's not fun to be that person that's always enforcing the rules, but we've got to do it. All right? The other thing that we're going to do this week to kind of help with that is when students come in to the student center to find their seat, I'm going to have you as leaders in there first. So I'll need you all in there about 6:50, 6:55, and we'll wait for you to get there before we start service. So if you're not there at 7:20, just know service will not start until you get there. Because what we need to do is have you positioned throughout. I no longer want chairs to be moved. I want them to sit in spaces. I want them to have friends and meet new people. But when we get like 50 chairs all together in one area, usually what happens is there's a lot of talking and a lot of chaos, and that goes against what we're trying to do. All right? And so at 6:50, I need you in the student center as we get going. We're not going to start until you're there ready. We'll have assigned seating for you guys as leaders, and we're just going to see what God can do. All right? I'm believing that God is going to continue to do some incredible things. But we, as leaders, have to take a step of faith here and trust that what we're going to do is best for students. You know, I was talking to a leader today, and the truth is this. Some of our students are on a path that's going to lead them to some very, very negative areas of life. The way that they handle anger and the way that they disrespect authority and all of that is leading them down a path that could lead them to juvenile detention. It can lead them to to have trouble at working with jobs, and even to prison. And here's the thing. If we love them enough, are we willing to say, I want to help change this young man or this young lady's trajectory in life? And so I'm going to stand up for her, and I'm going to fight for her or for him, and we're going to let them see the rules, and we're going to have them obey the rules. All right? And so what we're going to do is kind of just, the seating will be set. If they move it, just tell them they need to put the chair back. If they try it again, tell them they need to step out for a second, and we're just going to have them take a week off. The rules are there. And when I look at the kids that cause the most trouble, it's really only 4 or 5 kids. And if we can kind of help bring that down, I know we're going to see an incredible change in the overall feeling of the group and the night and the spirituality of them. All right? And so I'm praying for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, to call me. I'll put my number and email in the email that I'm sending out to you today. Please don't hesitate. Call me. Talk to me. The worst question is the one that's not given, all right? That's not asked, and then choices are made, or people walk away from ministry because they feel like, well, I don't know what this is, what the answer to this question is. Well, ask it. I'll walk through it with you. All right? Each one of you is very strategic in reaching these students. They look up to you, they love you, and so we desperately want to continue the journey and the path that we're on, all right? Praying for you. Have a great week or a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow night.